Hey everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. I'm going to try to do a little short video here on something. We're going to have to fabricate an extension for the engine cradle. I picked one up new at Harbor Freight. I've always wanted one, and I had watched a video or two on YouTube that people saying it wasn't long enough. So I knew I was going to have to do some fabrication to it. Been kind of scratching my head this morning about what to do. I really don't want to mess up the tool itself because I can utilize it more on smaller vehicles, but it doesn't have the span to go from fender well to fender well on these trucks. I've seen a couple people block up something in the battery box tray, but it puts the cradle itself too far forward and you're kind of pulling on the engine at an angle. And you know, once we get it up out of the mounts and the transmission mounts loose, then it's going to want to pull the motor forward, and I don't want to do that. I just want to lift the front of the motor up, lift the back up. So what I'm going to do is just take a piece of angle iron here. I've center punched me a couple of holes. We're going to drill some holes in it, and I'll show you here in a minute. The braces, you know, lay in here. We'll put some bolts across it, and this will give the extension I need to work on this truck in particular. I'm not sure, you know, probably on most all trucks I'm going to need this, but something like a car that it's really made for, it worked perfect, so I really didn't want to weld anything to it. So we're going to try our hand at nutting and bolting it together. So I thought I'd bring you along for a little bit of it. Let me get my drill bit in here. I'll put you on a little time lapse, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, real quick, here's what I'm talking about. I'll link the part number to this in the description. It's the engine cradle you can buy from Harbor Freight. It's very cheap for money, very well built, heavy duty. I like it. All the reviews on it are really good. Just like I said, the only problem, we're a little bit short over here, so we're just going to add the extension piece. That's a thick wall piece of angle I've got there. We're going to drill a hole in here, put a 1/2 inch bolt and a 1/2 inch bolt there, and I've got to drill a hole out here to mount the foot on, and then I'll use my adjustment over there on that end, you know, between different model trucks or whatever. It's made for cars, it's not made for trucks. And if I had this to do over again, I'd have probably pulled the truck forward because I've got a pickup point there and I could have just run a chain hoist down, but didn't really think about it. I'm too far along, so that chain and everything will be out of my way. So let me get some more holes drilled here, and I'll bring you back and show you what the final product looks like if anybody's interested in doing this to make it fit a, you know, 99 to 2000 Ford F-250. Okay, that's how to make the Pittsburgh engine support bar from Harbor Freight fit a 99 to 2000 Ford F-250. Pretty simple. Drilled the holes here, 1/2 inch bolts. Came out here, drilled a hole, squared the corners off. This is the factory leg. That's got a square nut welded on it. It usually slides in here, so I wanted to keep that. Just used a spacer here because, you know, don't have the tubing. I've got a little bit of wiggle room over here for something a little bit wider. I don't think there's going to be too many more trucks wider than this, but I feel a lot better now. As far as the downward pull, we're running through 2 pieces of 1 inch square tubing. It's pretty thick wall, and then through the angle iron. So the pitch down, you know, this part of the angle iron is not going to bend like that. It's setting like a lintel on a house. So, you know, all we're doing is picking the motor up. If I was trying to pick, you know, motor and transmission up all as one unit, you know, it might be a different story, but for my purposes, this is going to work. So if any of you guys run across this with this particular support bar instead of wood blocks, you can go this route. And then, like I said, when you're finished, just pull the 2 bolts out and then take the foot over here and put it back in the normal place, and it will be good for a regular vehicle. Thank you everybody for watching. Please consider subscribing if you hadn't already. Hit the thumbs up button if you like what you see. Thumbs down, I understand it's not for everybody. Share these videos, get them out there, especially this one. Might be somebody else running across this. Took me about an hour searching for tools, but all in all pretty simple. Drill and a couple bolts, washers, good to go. Till next time, thank you.